Travis got it here, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I was just like sitting here trying to find myself. I get behind myself. I need to rewind myself. Looking for the payback. Listen for the playback. They say that every man leaves just like me. Hey, but I was just sitting here. What up, African Bombada? And I was just trying to figure this out, man, because I'm a big Shakur Stevenson fan. Like when he was like they was all coming up, Tank was coming up, when Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia. Yeah, when they was all coming up, like Shakur Stevenson was my favorite YN. He ain't really like exactly a YN no more. That'd be like Abdullah Mason and Kid Schofield, and even this Richardson kid, Africa. You know, but what's going on with that dude, man? I mean, it looked like Keyshawn Davis would probably beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? But like, and you already see that this dude is a threat. So what you going like you make friends with him? See what I'm saying? You go and befriend him because he was already on. You remember? He had like the silver or the bronze in the Olympics. He was already on before he even turned pro. He was trying to get he was trying to get with Floyd, like watching the stream with visuals, almost like listening to the radio. You need to stop getting used to me being on camera. You know what I'm saying? You want to look at me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Can I look at you at 3 o'clock in the morning? Oh, that's too much to ask for, all right? But you want me on camera, but you won't get on camera. Here, want me to drop the link? How you drop the link on this shit? Don't stop asking people. Stop asking people to do things that you don't want to do yourself. We're gonna figure out how to drop the link. We on StreamYard. Exactly. But so you befriend Keyshawn Davis, right? And I don't know if Keyshawn Davis will be able to beat Shakur Stevenson or not, but I like to see it. Yeah, rest in peace, Kawada Dobusu. I would like to see it. And salute to the mighty LDBC, salute to the General 78 Sports TV, my real blood brother. You know what I'm saying? And salute to the chat in the LDBC. What up, Sophie? But yeah, what's going on? So you befriend your biggest threat. You start hating on Devin Haney. You remember Shakur Stevenson hopped up in the ring. He hopped up in the ring, and Devin Haney had just won a fight. I don't know if it was the Lomachenko fight or what it was, but you remember Shakur Stevenson was standing in the back hating. And then you remember Shakur Stevenson saying, like, oh, you lucky you ain't my weight. Hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do that. Can we do that? Let's get some likes going. I'm real close to making it a requirement to like comment on my live unless you've been subscribed for 1 minute at least. Because this things that you guys do is ridiculous. And then y'all log out and log into another account, you know what I'm saying? So you can harass even more, distract, divert. But once I let you distract me, the show is over. Then what? You just go to somebody else and just troll? Care about your damn cat. Garfield knows where you live. I used to like Garfield back in the day. But, so, like, why ain't Shakur Stevenson WBO champ at 140? Devin Haney's at 147. Now, you know that Shakur Stevenson, he's famous for saying, like, you lucky you ain't my weight. And I guess, you know what? Here, go somewhere. I don't give a fuck about you or your cat. You know? But you come back whenever your suspension is up. But yeah, he said, you lucky you ain't my weight. And where was Devin Haney then at that time? Was Devin Haney at 135? Shakur was at 130. You know, that's only 5 pounds. But okay, so if we was at the same weight, I'd be good enough to beat you. But like, if I move up in weight to fight you, then I don't feel like it'll be a fair fight, and I fear that I'll lose. Is that what that is? I'm just trying to understand, like, what do that mean? Because you willing to move up in weight to fight other fighters. You know, you just moved up in weight and fought Teofimo Lopez. See what I'm saying? And what? You'll move up in weight to fight Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia, but you won't move up in weight to fight Devin Haney. You can make Devin Haney fight you. You know what I'm saying? You trying to negotiate with these dudes, but like y'all in the same family. Y'all both WBO champions. So you move up to 140. He don't got no choice but to like fight you or duck you and ruin his reputation. You know what I'm saying? He better have a hell of a fight if you say I'm moving up and I want to challenge for that WBO title at 147, and then Devin Haney don't want to do it. Look. See what I'm saying? Hey, matter of fact, we're gonna ban you completely. That's what you was looking for. No, you can't have a wrench. Cause you get on your BS too. I don't like nobody trying to run my page for me. Cause sometimes I like arguing with trolls. And I like choosing punishment for people. Not every punishment is the same. You know, I like give somebody 60 seconds, 5 minutes, ban. But if somebody's making these decisions for me, it'd be pissing me off. I don't owe you nothing. If I say no, it means no. I don't know how long these timeouts is. I'm on StreamYard. They don't give me a time limit, but I remember you coming back. I don't know if it's a minute, it's 5. You can sit down. I don't owe you nothing. I said no. I answered your question. Your loyalty ain't shit. You talk shit. I don't want no loyal hater. You know, how the hell are you going to be a loyal hater? What the hell type of shit is that? You know? But, yeah, man, I'm just trying to see what's going on with Shakur Stevenson, man. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. I know he's kind of like letting me down, though. You know? I mean, hey, but you can't have it both ways, though. Look at this situation. Let's just deal with the current climate and not his actions in the past. You are currently at 140, right? You're considering moving up to 147 for Ryan Garcia, who like juiced up. You considering moving up to 147 for Conor Ben, who's juiced up. Like, but you don't want to move up to 147 for the cleanest fighter in the sport. The only fighter in the sport of boxing that's on 24/7, 365 blood and urine testing. You know, what is up with that, bro? And do what? Like, okay. And then people be acting like they don't want to lose against their own. You know, like how Canelo don't want to lose to Benavidez, but he's willing to lose to Floyd. He's willing to lose to Crawford, but he don't want to lose to another Mexican. See what I'm saying? Then a lot of these black fighters be like that too. Be thinking like, man, like when is you gonna fight another good black fighter? See, like Tank like was liking to fight these bums and Mexicans. You fight a good black fighter, and now you taking knees, you really you getting draws. You know, you ducking. You trying to run up to heavyweight and fight Jake Paul in a circus. And then you trying to come back down and fight Pitbull. Like, they shouldn't allow that. You shouldn't be allowed to rematch somebody. I mean, if you ain't got no belt, I guess so. But I think Pitbull got a belt, don't he? You shouldn't be allowed to fight for no belt. Or I get timed out. She's constantly talking about some stupid stuff that I don't like. What are you talking about? Some cat? I'm talking about boxing. Nobody asks you about your cat. You constantly talking about it. You know? So that's why, obviously, you got timed out. You sitting there talking about something repeatedly that I'm not talking about. What type of question is that? Obviously, that's why you got timed out. But, hey, and none of y'all ain't commented about what I'm talking about. Honestly, I appreciate the company. Thanks for stopping through and terrorizing my live. You know, I go live in the middle of the night. I got some boxing on my mind. This is what y'all used to do with the last channel. It's all good. I really just need to build my channel up and stop being lazy, bro. Like, just cover the news. Cover the news. It's tedious. It's boring. It's whack. I don't always want to talk about what's going on in day to day, but I got to start covering the news so I can attract like more boxing fans. That way it ain't just you few weirdos coming through on the live. You know, y'all, Kulo want to talk about corn. Garfield want to talk about his cat. And who else was on here? And it was a racist too that wanted to name themselves Nate Higgers. Nate Higgers. And then he was going to put N-I-G-G-E-R in the comments in separate messages. That's all we got. Because I'm lazy. So my live stream comments is a shit fest. When I'm actually trying to talk about boxing. It's still, hey, thanks for coming through though. It's still better than pre-recording a video and then uploading it and then responding to comments. At least I got some kind of interaction. But come on, y'all. You know, boxing is, I was thinking about boxing is the only reason that I'm here right now. You fell asleep on Saturday. Embarrassing, very unprofessional, you bum-ass ninja. I fell asleep on Saturday. I happened to wake up while David Benavidez was walking out, and he walked out first because he was the challenger. I bought that pay-per-view for David Benavidez versus Zerto, not whoever else was fighting. So yeah. But let me see, man. Let's look up Let's look up Shakur Stevenson real quick. Let's see what's going on, man. I hate that the Box Rec is still holding that grudge against the WBA because that's still a title that we need to see like who's holding those titles. You know what I'm saying? The regular and the super, if they still got a regular. 140. Yeah, man. I mean, like, is Shakur Stevenson a duck? Is he a duck? Is he ducking Devin Haney? Can we say that? Or we excuse you moving up? That's the same type of thing. Like, what was it? Was it Triple G? Or I'll move up to fight this guy, but I don't want to fight Andre Ward. You know, man. I move up. Oh yeah, yeah. He was like, okay, I'll fight anybody between 154 and 168, but I ain't fighting Andre Ward. Hey, so now Shakur Stevenson, he'll fight anybody between 135 and 147, but Devin Haney, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You still can make 135. You try to fight these other two dudes, but you don't want to fight Devin Haney, bro. Do that make sense? That's really kind of like looking pretty damning, bro. It is, honest to God, bro. I mean, if you was just trying to chill at 140, cool. If you want to go back to 135, cool. But now when you start like challenging people at 147, you know, like Devin Haney's there too. You know, we giving you a pass to not fight Keyshawn. You know, even though people want to see that, but y'all became buddies. You seen them coming up in the rankings, and you know these fighters know I might possibly like have to fight him one day. So, okay, so let me take him under my wing, make him my little homie, start bringing him around. I'm already rich and famous, you know, world champion, undefeated, Olympian, you know, big name. And let me just start bringing around this no-name bum, not bum, but this no-name fighter that don't nobody know about, you know, and start hanging out with him and make friends with him because, you know, I would hate to have to fight him one day. That's what it looked like. And I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it looked like, you know. And we giving you a pass for that. You was acting like Devin Haney is keep moving up in weight to run away from you. He can't run. He can't run from you, bro. He can't. You visit a barber yet? You've been woofing enough hair on your dome to knit a sweater. See what I'm saying? You don't even need to be talking right now, bro. Look. Did they time you out yet? I hit the button. Stop worrying about what I look like. You know? Why are you not on camera? Did you cut your hair yet? I mean, are you gay? Y'all too caught up in what a person look like, bro. And you know what? When 78 Sports TV do his live streams like this, I never wish that I could see him. Honestly, personally, I feel like it take away from the message once you could see a person. Because then you worried about what they look like and not what they talking about. You know? And I watch his live like every day. Every day. He get to talking about basketball and all kind of other stuff. Food. You know, living his best life. I might tune off during that. But, you know, the first 30 minutes of the show where we talking about what we talking about, I be listening. I don't care what he look like. I don't care if he shaved. I don't care if he got his hair cut. I don't care if he's wearing a hoodie. I don't care if he's driving in his car. I don't care if he's at home. I don't even think like, man, maybe he might be streaming right now with his D out. I don't care. I'm just here to listen to when you talk about boxing. You here to check out dudes. Hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. Let me talk to myself. Entertain yourself. You can be anywhere. I sit here and talk to myself until I'm tired of talking to myself. And then I'll leave. I'll go back to sleep. Smoke some marijuana. You know? Get unused to seeing me. You know, we'll probably do more live streams like this. People got a problem with it, then so be it. Ha ha! And then once the live's not getting many viewers because y'all want to see what a person look like, I'll figure out something different. Stop getting, get unused to looking at me. I don't want you to be looking at me. You might be playing with yourself to me. You're constantly talking about what I look like. And you like talking about corn a lot. So you checking me out and you watching corn all the time. And somebody that's watching corn all the time and checking out dudes, worried about what dudes look like, you already know you're a rainbow. And a lot of rainbows be pedos. You know what I'm saying? They be weirdos. That's why, you can't be having no rainbows around kids. I'm just saying. Because you already sexually, inappropriate by even being a rainbow. See what I'm saying? So, definitely can't be letting you be around any children. You already is sexually delinquent. You're not to be trusted. You will have experiences with the same type of human being that you are. So therefore, you might try to have experiences with younger human beings than you are. You already out of line by being a rainbow. And if you out of line, you're going to stay out of line. You feel me? Hey, it ain't too many people that be out of line and then they'll just get back and check oh, yeah, okay. Well, I did that. I wasn't supposed to do that, but okay, but I ain't going to do that. Am I homophobic? Nah. I'm just saying, man. I'm just being realistic, man. Why we got to put titles on me? I got to be hateful towards any groups. I'm just being realistic, bro. I done lived my life. I'm 42 years old. You think I was born yesterday? You think I started dealing with people yesterday? I've been a grown man for 24 years. I've met a lot of grown men. I've thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even over 100,000 people I've met in my lifetime. Because even when I was in the Army, I had to meet over 10,000 people there for even them 3-year period. There was 2,000 people in my company. And that was just my permanent duty station. What about my battalion where I did basic training? What about in Fort Eustis, Virginia, where I did AIT to learn my job trade? What about the Germany deployments, Kuwait deployments? You know, I done met a lot of people into all kinds of things. And those personality types, rainbows, a lot of them be pedos. I'm not making this up out of thin air, being hateful. I'm speaking from what I've seen and what I know. And even especially we talking about Kulo. And he already done made like comments like that in the past. Talking about how he like minors and stuff. You know, I just let him keep coming around. Even he got on these random accounts, but he's already about done admitted it. What happens in the dark comes to the light. And he's admitted it. It took some years. He was only talking about, oh, I'm watching this scene of blah, blah, blah. You know, and then he started making comments about like, oh yeah, Snoop Dogg said this about like underage women in this song. Or this person said this about this in this song. Oh yeah, you know, and I like this or this. You know what I'm saying? He's already confessed it. I just don't bring it up because I don't care. I'm here to talk about Shakur Stevenson. There's a lot of weirdos out here in the world. You ain't in my DM. You ain't coming to my house. So you on my live stream comments. But, you know, hey, I'm watching that very closely too. Because, you know, I'm willing to get them gone. I already know what we dealing with. Weirdo. Just saying, bro. So I do have a point. Okay, look. I have a point after accuser asking me if I was homophobic. I mean, didn't I have a point before? My stance never changed. I just have to double down on it and remind you that, like, I got a lot of gray hairs for a reason. You know, like, I was born in 1983. They was walking around with afros, boom boxes in the 80s, 90s. They walking around with Jerry curls. Know what I'm saying? Dripping all on your shirt. You know what I'm saying? You got the Jerry curls busting. It's Jerry curl juice all on your shoulders. You know, and we walking around with Walkmans now. You know, instead of the big old boom box. I lived through that too. What else is going on in the 90s? Oh, pagers, beepers, beep 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 beep. You text somebody like 911, that means hurry up. You know, you gotta go like find somebody's landline to text, you know, or how do you do that? Oh no, you gotta use a beeper. And then like beep like somebody's landline to that beeper. And then now they can go find them a landline and then they can call you. I lived through that too. You understand? Two cassette tapes, VCRs. You know, even like when I was growing up, my granddad had 8-track in his car. Not even a cassette tape player, a 8-track player. He had to upgrade to a cassette tape. There was weirdos back then too. You know, I did because I was born in 2015. Now you're going to get blocked. Now you done talking to me. Now you done talking to me for good. I tolerate some trolling, some playing, but like lying to me, telling me you was born in 2015, that would mean you 11. I ain't gonna play. I ain't playing like that. You just ain't welcome on my page no more. Thanks for commenting on here though. It's been real. But once you play with me like that, then I'm gonna show you that I don't agree with it. Sorry. Thanks for the company though. You thought we was friends, didn't you? Because you said, I understand, I feel you, and then like you thought that you could like slip something in and play with me like that. That's what I'm gonna do to you, because you really could be 11. I don't know. I don't care. But once you tell me, now I'm aware. Get you up out of here. You see what I'm saying? Got it. You know that in Colombia, the age of consent is 14. See what I'm saying? Stuff like that. See what I'm talking about? And why you care about the age of consent being 14 in Colombia? Do you wish that you lived in Colombia? This ain't about to be about you liking minors. Nobody don't care about the boxing. Nobody don't care about boxing, bro. Not one comment out of all this time. Not one comment about what I was talking about. Not one. You got comments about minors. You got comments about what I look like, my haircut, me not being on camera. Remember Pogs? Pete Nail? No, maybe that was early 90s. Not even you, Jay-Z. You had nothing to say about Shakur Stevenson either. And, when I was just sitting here, keep the stream flowing naturally and freely in honor of the late KOD. You know what, Kulo? If you that white boy, that's where Kulo is in his mid-50s. He needs to show his face, and then y'all can really see what we dealing with. And then once you see, like, he a white man in his mid-50s. And then if you see what he looked like, and then you, like, put that in context with, like, the things that he say, then you'll realize, like, what type of weirdo that we dealing with. But just being on these comments with all these little playful names of these random people, like, he named himself after a rapist anyways. That should tell you something right there. He died. Man, he died. What's his name? Hassan Campbell. And he slipped that up in that hole. Talking about you died, man. Yeah, right, man. When that your shit hard, you already humping. You know what I'm saying? With that meat, is your rubbing against your thighs. Man, he put that in you a little ninja, man. And he already excited. He put that in Hassan Campbell hole, man. Come on now. He really put it in, bro. He put it in. He don't want to hear none of that. He died me, bro. That's what you named yourself out there. My mind is telling me no. We was listening to R. Kelly yesterday too. It was at my mom's house. She barbecued. She really been planning on doing it for like some weeks now, but this weather be like tripping, man. Mm. Oh, now we talking about David Benavidez. My first boxing comment in 35 minutes. Wow. David Benavidez, the new face of boxing. No, he's not. Devin Haney is the face of boxing. Devin Haney is far bigger than David Benavidez. I mean, what kind of numbers is David Benavidez doing? Like what fights did he have where it's like it didn't gross like $50 million? You know what I'm saying? He basically retired. How's we retiring David Devin Haney? How's you gonna do that, bro? What you mean basically retire? It's subjective, so it's okay you got Devin. Subjective? Nah, it ain't really a subjective. It's kind of subjective. It's kind of, but not really. We can debate about it, and then we can come to a solution to where, like, agreement where we can agree that this fighter is this big right here. His numbers right here don't compare to these other fighters' number. It's really only one. We just like gotta get down to the bottom of it. Now let's keep it to like the face. If we say in the face of boxing, mainly American, like I don't know. I wouldn't say Usyk is a face anyways, or a Nui, but Canelo. Canelo's kind of like American. We can do that because he's been fighting in America his whole career. You know, it's rare for him to fight like outside of America. So, he was the face. He's still a big name. We can argue Tank for American boxing. You think David Benavidez is a bigger fighter, a bigger name than Gervonta Davis? Like, you think he can sell more tickets or pay-per-views? Than Gervonta Davis? Let's be realistic, bro. Let's be realistic, bro. David Benavidez compared to Gervonta Davis. As much as we don't like Gervonta Davis, you say Canelo ran out of the arena. Hey, I heard they said that he ran out of the arena, but apparently, like after Munguia won his fight, Canelo left. So he came there to support Munguia, but he didn't come there to see David Benavidez fight. So I mean, I guess you could say he ran out so like David wouldn't have like called him out or something. I mean, at least that's what I heard. I didn't really do too much homework on it. Honest to God, I like doing my lives like this. I don't like looking at myself the whole time on here. Every day, every time. I like this. So, Kulo, you can get used to it. I missed it because my bum ass was snoring. I didn't miss it. I woke up. Oh, you talking about Munguia's fight? Yeah, I didn't even really watch it. I went back and I was watching the fights. Munguia was fighting and backing up, trying to outbox the guy. Who was he fighting? Resendez. Resendez chasing him around, and he's like laying. I don't know. I didn't really. Well, I can watch it right now. I bought it. I own it. It's mine. And I guess at least with Amazon, you can watch it forever. As soon as you purchase it, you can go back to the app and watch it anytime. I don't remember pay-per-views being like that. I remember like if you pay for it, you get to watch it that night, and then after that, you gotta wait until it come out on HBO or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then now everybody can watch it. But I didn't miss the main fight. I didn't care about Munguia. I heard it was a good fight, but I could put it on right now. I ain't doing nothing with my tablet anyways. But when have you ever seen that happen? Just leaving before the main event? Shit, Errol Spence did that shit. I forgot what fight. I mean, it was the J Rock versus Jamal Charlo fight back in 2017. And like the Jamal Charlo fight ended. He knocked J Rock out, and it was a Mexican fighting in the main event, but Errol Spence left because he was only there to see Jamal Charlo, so he was leaving, and that's when I got the viral clip of me trying to get a picture, and you know, like him kind of like, I guess he had to use the bathroom or some shit. He didn't do it, but you know, Canelo moving like a hoe for real, for real. Well, since when did he didn't move like that though? How did pay-per-view even work in the 80s? Oh, I mean, I would know because I didn't order no pay-per-view in the 80s, but I would assume it was the same way as like in the 90s. And then you would just have to like call your cable provider and tell them like, hey, I want to order the David Benavidez versus Zordo fight, you know, and then like your screen will blink. You already on a pay-per-view channel, right? But then your screen will just blink in, and now all of a sudden it's like clear, like when you make that phone call, like they flipped the switch, you know what I'm saying? And then now you can see it. You know, that's how it worked in the 90s. You had to call a ass, and something them shits was busy sometimes. It take you a while to get through, and you done miss like 30 minutes of the pay-per-view. You know, yeah. Because you on the phone, you got to find the right number. But only KLD was ordering pay-per-view in the 80s. He said he ordered Tyson versus Spinks. He said he ordered every pay-per-view since like Tyson versus Spinks or something up until now. He's lying. I remember he said he had like some girls over his house. He was lying about that. He was like, I'm somewhere with some girls or something. And then he want to say he was celibate for 16 years. I caught him recording some asses like at like a public restaurant. You know, it's still on this page right now. You know, like y'all gotta be careful, man, what y'all be doing. See, but that be messed up because you don't want to remember people. You want to remember people how you remember them. You don't want to like somebody go back and they find something that you did that was suspect, and they put this together with this, and then like now you change like how you view that person. It's kind of messed up because then they can't even defend themselves. You know. Yeah. You know, this ninja, like, yo, it's crazy how people move the goalposts for people that they like, right? Look at this. Okay. My mom like listening to R. Kelly, right? She always be saying, free R. Kelly, you itches, you know, whatever. So I'll put on R. Kelly and it'll make a playlist whenever I'm over there and we chilling outside. And there was this dude, he worked at the gas station. He came over. I've been knowing him for a few years. He came over before. But like, he gonna say something like, oh yeah, I don't really listen to R. Kelly no more. You know, I mean, you know, he was referring to like his current case and, you know, situation or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then I was reminded what, like, but when the song came out at that time, he wasn't going through all that. So you understand that. But then like subject came up, then I brought it up, like I said, I still listen to Tupac, you know, even though I done seen him in bed with another man, you know. And then he tried to like move the goalposts. He tried to make excuses for Tupac. You know, like, you gonna try to like diss R. Kelly because of this when you find out this, right? But with Tupac, I was like, yeah, you know, I still listen to Tupac. And you know, I mean, yeah, I see him with the picture in the bed with another man like later on, but back when that music came out in those moments, it was still good. And I still remember him for that instead of this. He was just like, well, and I was like, I think they had their shirt off or something in the picture. He was like, well, he was saying something. He was trying to make some kind of excuse for it. It's like, oh yeah, that was his boy though. Like, you know, like he might have I think he grew up with that dude. Like, man, come on, bro. But like in the bed underneath the covers, bro, with their shirt off. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's this about? Why you can't be in the bed like underneath the covers with your shirt on? Like, what if me and you was in the bed with our shirts off underneath the covers? What people gonna think about that? And he was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know I'm right, bro. So what you talking about? Are you gonna judge R. Kelly for some shit you found out later when he was the man back then? We can enjoy that. Just like, but you ain't gonna judge Tupac for some shit that you found out later. Cause when he was a man back then, you just want to remember him for how you want to remember him. But then you're gonna try to like hold this against R. Kelly. It's crazy, man. People move the goalposts. For real. He peed on some girl, but still sang like an angel. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? And then I brought that up too. Because you remember that he peed on the girl. That was back like in the 90s or something. Everybody seen the video. He said he seen it. And then I was like, you know what? I mean, like, that video came out and R. Kelly was still making hits. Everybody was still listening to him. He was on tour. He made an album with Jay-Z and everything after that. You feel me? It went platinum. Everybody still loved R. Kelly, even though you knew that he liked underage girls. You knew it. You seen the video. You still bought the next album. So how you gonna come back like and try to diss him now? Now that he done went down for it, they done finally caught up with him. They fans done got tired of him, and they done just threw the book at him. Now you gonna try to like, oh nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I already listen to it like that no more. Yeah, nah, people move the goalposts. They gonna just abandon the man now that he's rotting in prison for the rest of his life. But when he was out, it was okay what he was doing. But now that he done got locked up, now it's like, you know, I'm going to judge him for this. But we loved him still, even though we all seen that. And that was like, man, that's child porn. We all seen that. I don't know how that video was everywhere. And he beat it. He beat that shit. Man, crazy work, bro. I don't know if like Photoshop or whatever was coming out. Because nobody really disputed the video being real or fake. That's you. That's that ninja up in there. He beat it. But yeah, everybody was still listening to him. I heard he had great music. Whatever he did behind closed doors is business. I don't get involved because we all have secrets. Yeah. Our digital perfect that happens nowadays, it's hard to let people die. Yeah. But you know what? You said whatever he did behind closed doors is his business. I don't get involved because we all have secrets. Yeah. We do all got secrets, huh? I mean, when we listen to his music, I guess it kind of matters what happens behind closed doors a little bit. Because like you making like this actual provocative type music, you know, and like if we find out you was talking about like little kids, you know, when you was making all these passionate bangers, these platinum hits, but you was only when you was singing you was referring to like 14-year-olds. Like when you find that out, that kind of matters, bro. What happens behind his closed doors really kind of matter. If you riding around bumping his music and this is what he like, no matter how good the song is, you got to turn that shit off. No, but we still listen to it though. My mom like, well, at least when I'm around my mom, she like R. Kelly still. That was more so her era anyways. So she ain't gonna let us delete. She ain't gonna let nobody delete her memories of R. Kelly. Step in the name of love. Step in the name of love. My happy people. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it made the music make you feel good regardless of how bad the things is that he did. I'm just sorry. Like the man like had talent. But yeah, people move the goalposts like a motherfucker. Hey, will you be considered uploading a KOD diss track? Y'all know, like, I done kind of got under the weather suddenly on cussing mode. I done lost track of completely of what I was talking about. No, I ain't uploading no KOD diss track. It ain't really no point of doing that anyway. You know, if I upload that video, you know how many views it's gonna get? Like 25 views, and probably like 15 of them gonna be you. 20 of them gonna be you. So what's the point? But yeah, like, who is the face of boxing? You know, somebody say David Benavidez. Don't that mean like by numbers though? We going by numbers, or we going by accomplishments? You know, cause hey, we gotta give it to him. I mean, but it's also maybe because it's so like high in weight what he just did. Because isn't Devin Haney a 3-division world champion? Shit, even Shakur Stevenson is a 3-division world champion. So Devin had 35, 140, 147. Shakur Stevenson had at 140, 35, and 30. So, I mean, are we talking of numbers or accomplishments? He ain't the face. How? Okay, I hear what you're saying, but like, how did you come to that conclusion? You know, I just want to understand, because then maybe you might be right. I might not know what I'm talking about. You know, I might be off a little bit. just want to know what we comparing it to, for the sake of argument. You can at least do that, right? But all you can say is he's the face. We're gonna ignore every other fighter in the sport of boxing because you just want to be right about that. I mean, I know you must be excited about his past performance, and I can understand that can kind of like make us like start, you know, thinking foolishly and being blind to the facts. I mean, we can't give it to Terrence Crawford. Yeah, it'd be like that. You know, he just had an amazing performance, and we high on David Benavidez right now. And then you get to thinking like, oh man, you know, like this guy is incredible. He's number one. He the face of boxing. But you know, it just might not really be realistic. Hey, you know what? Even Tank, I don't want to compare him to Tank, but like Tank, he won a title at 135, 140, and I don't know if he won it at 130 though. He won that WBA belt like a bunch of times, man. Yeah, Crawford retired, but yeah, he had won that IBF belt the first time he became champion when he fought like Pedraza or somebody. You know, he beat Mario Barrios for the regular WBA 140. You have any other title fights? He beat Rolly Ramirez for like the WBA interim 135. Tank could be the face too. We gotta see what's next for him. Well, it can only be one face though, right? Unless we're gonna divide it by race. I would hate to say, I don't know. Tank got some popularity, but his fights still don't really do like crazy numbers. It was just the Ryan Garcia fight. All of them other fights did like 350 and below. You know. So let me fact check that. You know, pay-per-view fights. Yeah. Yep. The Ryan Garcia one did 1.2, and then Davis versus Frank Martin did 350. Even the Leo Santa Cruz one only did 200. Roach one did 262,000. So that's still pretty decent. Every time he fights us on pay-per-view, and it's gonna do like at least 200,000, anywhere from 200 to 350,000. But you know, like we ain't gonna really be able to count like pay-per-views like that for too long, because like Netflix got so many viewers, and people starting to fight on Netflix. So just because they're not selling pay-per-views don't really mean that, you know, they're not as big as what they are. You know, 200K is proper numbers. Huh? Let me see what David Benavidez is doing. They don't even show his. You got to really do some research if you want to find his pay-per-view numbers. And this dude done fought on pay-per-view like 3 times in a row. He the face. Yeah, right. Canelo more of the face still than David Benavidez, even though he lost. You know, David Benavidez calling out Canelo. Canelo ain't calling out David Benavidez. Like, you chasing me. I ain't chasing you. But it's all good though. He's definitely like good, you know. You know, I will give him that, and that was a big accomplishment. 168, 175, then 200. I think Bottle Jack did that too, though. Bottle Jack, but he was only at 175 champ. You know, but he went up to 200 and became champion. It's kind of hard to do. You know, a lot of fighters, you know, they'll fight. Canelo done. No, he's still fighting. He still can beat a lot of people. You know, he's still a good fighter. He's just getting older. So, you know, he's not going to be able to get around as good as he once was. You know? I mean, you got these young bucks like this dude. I remember they was talking about David Benavidez fighting Jamal Charlo when he was like 25. He was doing damage then. See what I'm saying? So he's still only 29. Canelo is getting older though. You know. But he's not done. Going against David Benavidez might be a big mistake. The way this dude is running around doing people. He got a crazy way of throwing punches, man. He be hitting hard. Man. He be really putting his body into it like, I'm gonna kill your ass. How he be punching like that, man? It's weird, you know? He really like, man, it's crazy. It look violent, don't it? You know, like watching David Benavidez fight and hit people, don't it just look like violent? Sometimes, a lot of times, it just look like a sporting event. Like athletes, like a guy can just get a knockout and he just land a beautiful punch. And, you know, it's beautiful. It just look like boxing. But the way David Benavidez be doing it, it's like, man, it's a violent assault. Call the police. Call her Popo ho. It looked crazy, man. Damn. I really wouldn't want that dude to run up on me, punching me like that, man. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting knocked out by like Floyd Schofield, you know. Maybe even the dude that Devin Haney just beat. I wouldn't mind getting knocked out by him, but like David Benavidez, man, I'm calling the police. I swear to God, if he get mad at me at a fight and he start punching me like that, I'm calling the police. I swear to God, I'm calling 911. Oh, your ass, hell no. You shit, do me like that in front of all of these people? Man, is you crazy? That's dope though. You know, he got his own style. You could have been a boxer and made millions. You had the pedigree. I had the passion, but I didn't really always have like the best technique. But I was real passionate about boxing. Like, you know, it was fun, and I just studied it a lot. You know, but I still had a lot of holes in my game. You know, I just if I would have stuck with it, then I would have perfected it. But it's all good. It made millions. You know what? I live my life a different way. I mean, even if I was just talking to my mom about this. Like, even if I would have became a millionaire, you know, like I would still have a fatty liver. I would still have high blood pressure. Like, we all gonna die, you know. So yeah, I mean, I was talking to this guy last night too, the other night. He said he used to be a millionaire, but he's not no more. But he got hundreds of thousands. But, you know, he ain't got a business, whatever that he used to. And I was just thinking to myself, like, we was around the same age. He might be a little older, and like we both still gonna die, you know. So nobody is really special. I learned that from Mike Tyson. He was like, nobody is special to nobody else unless you can't die. But if you can die, you ain't no different. You ain't no special than nobody else. I mean, yeah, you got like to see like some nicer things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe got to, you know, see some different places. But you know, a lot of people appreciate what they got. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, it don't really matter. I mean, I guess it do really matter. You know, you want to live nice. You know, I wish I could have like a mansion and all of the pretty girls and a nice car and the pretty nice cars and stuff. That would be nice. But you know, we still gotta go. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it don't really matter. You know, if like me and a millionaire die like tomorrow, we both just fucking dead. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I didn't want to be like after going to the gym and actually boxing, like people that knew how to box and getting stopped. Like I didn't want to keep doing that anyways. I didn't want to get punched in the face like every day of my life. You know, for my whole life. Get beat up in the gym and then you got to come back the next day and train like it didn't happen and try to get better. You know, and get beat up again, get embarrassed in front of everybody, and then and hurt too, and then you know wake up, go back to the gym the next day and train. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a savage way to earn a buck. That's why they say like respect all the fighters that get in the ring. They put themselves through a lot, man. It ain't just that fight. If they fight twice a year, let's say you fight twice a year, you got 2-3 month training camps, man. You're getting your ass kicked like every day in that training camp until you get real good. But you still gonna have some days where somebody might been like training for 2 months, and you just started your training camp, and then they get the best of you. You know, I know Terrence Crawford done took some whoopings in sparring. Don't nobody know about. Floyd took some whoopings in sparring that we know some of them, but probably not all of them. Spadafora, Spence, but it's probably been more. It's the only way you're gonna get better. You know, take your losses in sparring so you don't take them in the ring. But yeah, I ain't want to get punched in the face every day of my life. You know, for no amount of money, and you got to do it for years and years for free. You know, like until you able to turn pro or work your way up, it takes some years. And then you might even have to like, yeah, everything went out. My Wi-Fi went out. It's still out. I'm on a hot spot. Go use the bathroom. They hating on them. They hating on the players. They hating on the young. I know one thing for sure. I'm definitely tired of them waking up, throwing up in the middle of the night. Half of the beer that I drink is crispy. I got this fan blowing, but y'all probably used to hearing it. But yeah, whatever I just said. But yeah, I definitely wake. Yeah, tired of waking up, throwing up in the middle of the night. Like, Half of the beer that I drink, like, that should be just sitting on my stomach. I wake up, I eat, and then wake up and throw up. Like, none of the food come out, but the beer come out. You know, what the hell? What the helly? My body like, yo, I take the food, but yo, I don't want this alcohol. Waking up to go to work is even worse. Oh yeah, for sure. You ain't lying about that. Yeah, it's a lot of people doing that. I be forgetting about that too. People out here going to work every day of their life, slaving, jobs that they hate. You know, they gotta retire. I'm retired. I probably will live like a lot. I mean, my life probably won't be as long as a lot of those people that's working. They're a lot active, a lot more active, and you know, more healthy than me. Because you know, you might not want to work, but at least like when I was working in factories, that shit was good exercise. Not having a job is a blessing, of course. Shit, it's a curse too. Because I've been like just not moving around for a long time. You know, not exercising, not working, not eating the wrong foods, drinking, making unhealthy decisions. Long time. That job would keep you like that job would keep you from getting too unhealthy. It drains you and causes major stress. Yeah, well, it's exercise too, though. Yeah, you're right about that, though. You ain't lying. It do drain you and have your ass stressed out, burnt out. Shit, by the time you get home and get comfortable, now you gotta make sure you go to sleep so you can wake up in the morning. Yeah, this ninja, he had left early. He said it was like, what was it, 5 or something? 6? It was early. He said he work at 5 in the morning, but he was leaving like early. It's like 5 or 6. Like, yeah, I had to go home and go to sleep so I can get up in the morning. Like, yeah, that's that old man time. He 46. Because, like, you know, when you young, you can stay up. If you got to be to work at like 5, you can stay up until 12 o'clock at night and then wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and then still make it to work on time at 5. Mhm. When you get older, you gotta condition yourself. You gotta sleep, make sure you got some rest and you fresh. But I don't know. I've been thinking about doing some going back to work though, like doing something. Like somebody gotta you need some help. I just ain't get on these apps that I downloaded. I don't know if they'll work or not, but maybe somebody be saying like, "Oh, I need help doing this, doing that, doing this." You know, you can't really trust too many strangers though. Went to somebody's house. I don't know, get kidnapped. This girl got kidnapped on Kick. I'll be streaming on there, man. It's crazy, bro. I wonder if what she's doing right now because she ain't been live in like 4 days. And I was telling everybody. I remember when she disappeared and came back, and now she just in the back of this truck riding around trying to sell content. And I was telling people like she was kidnapped. And then they start going to her live and asking her. But of course she can't tell you. But she's like, her answer, she's basically telling you that she is, you know. And but they're all talking about it, you know. And with her actually being kidnapped and all of her viewers bringing it up, that's gonna make it to the point where like the person that kidnapped her ain't gonna really want her to be online, you know. So then we can't communicate with her, but ain't nobody helping her. It's crazy, bro. Like they gotta have like some kind of division for that. Police can do anything, right? You connected to the internet, so like can't nobody find like which truck she's in by her internet connection. Hmm. And we all pretty much figure she's kidnapped. It's wild, bro. And she was freaking out because everybody keeps saying it. Why you always keep asking me the same thing? Asking me, who's your boyfriend? Who's driving? Are you kidnapped? Do you want to buy some content or not? If you're gonna help me, help me. But like, stop asking me the same questions. And don't say that you're gonna pay for a FaceTime and then ask me, am I kidnapped? You know, if you got some money, you want to buy some content, just buy the content. And you know, she started crying. But it was like all over her face that she got. Got to be careful with the decisions you make because she started off, she was selling content from her house. And I don't know if she went and did a meetup with somebody or somebody tracked her down or what happened, but she disappeared. And now she's just in the back of somebody's truck riding around trying to sell content. He ain't even got no place where he can take her. Man, it's wild. But I don't know why I just started that. We doing that a lot too. Always asking me want to buy content. It's a lot of some of these people, man, these sex workers, you be thinking that they like free, but they really be like forced into doing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's hard for you to differentiate like if they're really doing it on they because they want to, or somebody is holding them against their will and they just forced to pretend. You know, because yeah, people be snatching people up and forcing them to do things. Like, just say if I had pulled out a gun and, you know, like kidnapped some chick, and now we back at like some house, you know, back at my house. Shit, she's and I tell her to go live. She'll sit there and act like I'm her best friend, or you know, like we about to get married or something, because she don't want to die. You know, but in reality, like, yeah, shit, I got a gun in this room right here, and I'm watching everything that you saying. So if you do anything to make me uncomfortable, you know, you could die. So yeah, there's a lot of that stuff going on, man. But you know, she's not no innocent bystander in the matter. So you got to remember that part. Like, you chose this life. Nobody didn't really like. You chose this content, this promiscuous, like, you know, sex life. Nobody didn't kidnap no nun. It's sad though. You probably did a meetup with somebody. You're coming with me. Be just fucking her in the back of that truck when they ain't driving, because it's always moving too. Like they're always on the highway. But yeah, I wasn't doing nothing. I just figured I'd get on here and talk about some boxing as much as I possibly can. You know, hey, it worked out. Shit, trying to figure out if Shakur Stevenson is a duck. He want my money. Gotta realize it's not gonna be easy. Yeah, what you mean for fights? I guess somebody told me that I done like messed up my Fire Stick because I didn't use a VPN when I was trying to stream, so now it's getting blocked by my cable provider. And I asked like somebody, could I use a VPN now? And then it just started working. It was like, probably not, because they already got the IP from that device from you not putting a VPN. We just all glad you back, OG. Is that right? Well, I appreciate it for what it's worth. I ain't never really left. I just couldn't go live after deleting that page. Yeah, I'm back. Damn, I'm setting shit on fire. Fuck. My legacy is etched in stone. No, it ain't. I mean, kind of. You could still look up the video of me and Thunderdome Boxing arguing on his channel. Like, I don't know how many years ago that shit was. And there's other videos that people made about me. But I ain't got no legacy, man. I'm just a ghetto child trying to make it. And I ain't really making it that far, but I'm surviving. I'm here until I'm not. It'll work out until it don't. For real. That's how it goes. Now you see me, now you don't. That's what KOD did. My name is still recognized. You think so? I think you blowing smoke up my ass. Y'all, did y'all see that picture that I had up there? I know y'all seen it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say about KOD. Like, that should be crazy, man. When people die like that, just suddenly out of nowhere, and then it's just over. Like, what the fuck? It'd be easier on you when you lose a person. Like, you find out that they got something wrong with them, and then, like, you can kind of follow them along their journey. But when somebody just suddenly disappear, you be like, what the fuck? Yeah. He never gave you his number, right? Nope. And I used to try too. He was saying, like, let me on a live so I can talk to you face to face, but like I was on a regular YouTube and I couldn't do it. I was just like, just call me on Snapchat. Give me your number. Call my number. He wouldn't do it. Call me on Instagram. So now he gone. And he can't never call. And I'm on Snap, and now I'm on StreamYard where I can drop the link if I figured out how to drop it. You know, I still ain't figured that shit out though. There's a lot of buttons on here though. Did it say backdoor? Oh, brain color. Damn. Brain color don't look nothing like backdoor. Oops. Why can't I see? I don't even know how to share a link though. Y'all know. Y'all will figure out how to do it. Invite guests. Oh, hold on. I think I got it. the fuck? Okay. Is that it? Is that how a nigga can get in? That probably just to get to this damn page, huh? I'm still learning. Oh shit. But kicking Twitch. No, I ain't never streamed on. Yeah, he was secretive. I ain't never streamed on Twitch. Kick I do sometimes, but it's starting to like not be fun. They done took the date box away, and then with verses they give people 10,000 skips now, and a lot of people they'll skip you, so people just keep skipping you forever. You know, so they about taking that away. You know, I go to do a versus battle to talk to somebody else, and then just get skipped like 20 times. You know, be a bunch of weirdos on there too. Worse weirdos than y'all. Motherfuckers be they be streaming and talking to you like with no clothes on, but just like you can see they face. You know, some dude he be jacking off all the time. I search and I find him, and he be shaking. And it's because he jacking off. What else? This one girl, she was smoking meth every day. She didn't disappear. She ain't been alive for like 4 days. And that's unusual for her because she she be trying to use that to make money so she can get drugs. But I knew she wasn't gonna be able to do that forever. She probably done got locked up. But the link for Kevin, none of the history, you be dropping the link. Make it make sense. Is that the link? I'm on my phone, bro. I didn't know that I can get on StreamYard from a cell phone. I don't even know if you could do that before. I'm on an iPhone 11 right now on StreamYard. I didn't know you can do that. I was just streaming from the app. Hmm. And I don't even know if that's the link. That could be the StreamYard. Yeah, that's just the link to like the website, but I don't even know if you can join a room. Like, I don't know if that's inviting a guest. I don't know what I'm doing. He kept ignoring me too. So I told him to add me on something. They make that button easy to find. He was ignoring me too. He wasn't being flexible, so it's his fault. I was on YouTube. I couldn't do it, but he could have called me on, added me on any other platform, but he refused. And now we don't have him here with us anymore. You know, but he watching from above, shaking his head. That's a beautiful thought, huh? Somebody be watching from above. Yeah, that's a beautiful thought. That nigga, that man is gone. you know. But, like, he's still here with us because we still remember him, you know. So the memory of him lives on, but him directly, it's kind of over, man. It's a bit of a wrap. Yeah, unfortunately. Damn, that was strokes and shit, cardiac arrest or whatever the fuck. That shit ain't no joke. It'll take you out to eat right away, immediately. Now you see me, now you don't. Like, Ninja go from being fully alive to like completely dead instantly. Like, damn, bro, it's like a bullet to the head, shotgun shell to the face. You know, shit like that. Everybody worried about cancer and high blood pressure. Try a damn stroke or heart attack, cardiac arrest. Man, that's like being shot down. Man, you don't be ready for that. And then it don't be nothing you can do about it. Like, you can't negotiate with your body and be like, don't do this to me. Don't kill me. Somebody with a gun in your head, you could be like, please don't shoot me, please. But your heart give out. Man. And you can't do nothing about it. You just gotta experience it and then die. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. You're killing me. That is terrifying. Even like the thought of it happening or even coming close to happening. It's from the Burger King stroke. You knew things was gonna get bad from bad to worse. Well, yeah, but it it didn't. It just went from bad to dead. It didn't get worse. It was fine until he was dead. You know? And that's the part that's kind of like got me like, damn, you can just go out like that. It's kind of how my granddad died, though. He had a massive heart attack and he looked just fine when I seen him and I came home from school. And then I went upstairs and went to sleep. And then I woke up and he was dead. And I was like, and the whole family was in the house looking at me crazy because I was asleep. When I woke up, my eyes was red because I wasn't done sleeping. Smoked weed before I went to sleep. Yeah, and that nigga was dead. Like, what the fuck? You know what? What do you experience in those moments? Like, how is it painful? You know, like, I wonder what people go through for real. I mean, and this your last rodeo too. So it's like your body just give in to like, I can't do this no more. And you die. It's gotta be some extreme pain or something going on. It's gotta be a extreme disconnect for you to like cease to live. This is so bad that like your body cannot hang on and work. And it's just like bloop. dead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get shot in the head, you just die. Like, you get shot in the heart, you'll die too. Instantly. But yeah, your body just shut down like that, man. It's gotta like, it gotta feel like it's some jerking and pulling up in there in your heart. You're having a heart attack. What about a cardiac arrest? You gonna start shaking or something? You gonna shake yourself to death? I mean, it ain't funny, but it sounds funny, but it ain't funny. You know, I'm just wondering, like, that's crazy, man. For a person to die that quick, like, from natural causes, you be just fine. You walking around like perfectly normal, and then you just have some kind of event, and you just drop dead out of nowhere. Shit, like damn. He was just at work with us like 2 hours ago. You know, perfectly fine. He went home and just like dropped dead. Damn. What the fuck? Well, I never told y'all before, I love y'all. In case that shit happened to me. Because I won't be able to say it. So let's leave this channel. It might not reflect like my whole body of work, you know, but at least I said it on this channel right here. And y'all have something to remember me by. Look up Gotti Gang Management. I got all of the fights that I went to on that page. You know, y'all can see that. Look at that to remember me. It was something like that happened to me, because that's crazy, man. You know, as much as I try to be safe when I'm in public and make sure I don't give nobody no opportunity to try to rob and kill me or something, you know, it'll suck for me to just like drop dead and kill myself, you know, like my heart, you know, like my brain or some shit. Man, and I'm like successfully avoided everybody else but myself. Man. Yeah. But you know, you can find out like that you got something wrong with you too, though. And then it'd be like 3 months, you know, 30 days. You only have 2 weeks to live. This shit is serious. You didn't know until like the last 2 weeks. Whoops. We didn't catch it. Sorry about that. Your blood test was fine. Hey, and that's life for you. Oh man, hey, that's life for you right there. In a nutshell, you like, oh my God, what? I'm sorry. Yeah, you got a month to live. Damn. Oh man. Ooh, if you make it 30 days, it'll be a blessing, because really, like, you know, with your current condition, I could really only see like 10 or 15 days. You know. And just you go from just being fine to that, like thinking everything was all good, thinking you was gonna live forever, thinking and then they tell you some shit like that the next time you go to the hospital. Oh man. Oh, that's pretty bad too. Yeah. That's gotta suck too, man. Damn. your blood, your blood test was fine. We thought everything was okay. Man, I know one thing. Like I done learned, don't mess your body up and then expect to be able to go to the hospital for them to fix it back like a car. You know, do not ever think that you can do that to your body and go to the hospital and they'll just like make you just fine. They don't care. You doing something to harm yourself, your body, like now you feeling unwell because of it, they're not gonna really like have much sympathy on you. They might patch you up and then send you back on your way to die. He'll be a male nurse or an actual doctor. I never found out. He never said nothing. He was dressed like a nurse, but I think even like the dentists and shit like that be dressed like that too. So it's kind of hard to say. He was making some big money though. If he had been there this whole time, I'm not sure if he was, but that money he was giving me, you know, whenever he was having that, 'cause he definitely sent me some thousands. He was just sending them $100 cash apps like it was nothing. Some nights he'll send like 3 cash apps, all of them be 100. Yeah. Wait, what? Give it. I wonder why that motherfucker like start pretending to be homeless, like, and asking for people to donate to him. Yeah, he was probably trying to see like if people would do for him like he did for other people. You know, what if he was doing that? Like he set that mission out in life to like try to figure this one thing out. Like, what if I was homeless or what if I needed help? It would people help me out, you know? And then he became homeless, like, or at least made it look like he was homeless. He could have not been homeless all along, you know. And like nobody helped him, you know. Nobody sent the money, and like he didn't gave people thousands of dollars. But when he needed help, nobody was there for him. That'll be a hard pill to swallow. If you was always the type of person to like give to everybody and help everybody out, and then yeah, and then like you came down into a time of need where you needed help, and you knew that people could help you if they really wanted to, that you had help before, and then none of them do nothing for you, not even $20. That I am your God shit don't help. don't nobody want to send money to somebody who named themselves I am your God. I kept telling him that, but he wouldn't listen to me. It's the truth. It's weird. Like, ain't nobody gonna agree with that. I didn't really agree with it when he was sending me money. Like when it's saying I am your God. But I would take the money. But it was just weird. Nah, nobody ain't sent him nothing. Ever. Yeah. Kind of messed up. I think I might have sent him $1 one time or something as a joke. He might have sent me like 20 back. Or I sent him like 5 or something. I sent him 20 one time and he sent me 40 back. Like he always had the money. He was just trying to see if somebody would give him money. Whenever I would send him money, he would send me double back. But I just never really sent the money. He was probably happy to see that I would give him something. I failed the test though, overall. If you're trying to see if I was gonna look out for you, how you looked out for me. Probably like 12,000 in total. At least 12. Around that. Yeah. It was before Cash App, it was Super Chats. He used to love to do them Super Chats. Because then his name would show up on the screen and just say $100 bill, $100. You know. And then he can show out in front of everybody. So he was doing that a lot. And I had gotten 9,000 on the Cash App alone. Yeah, he was hooking it up. For real. And then he never even really told us too much about where the money came from or nothing. Just show himself one day and he's wearing some scrubs. He probably always had that bag. But I wasn't willing to reciprocate the love. So he stopped showing the love. I wouldn't do for him what he was willing to do for me. And that's like messed up for me to admit. But it's the truth. You know, and I be saying that too sometimes. Like a lot of the stuff you do for people, they wouldn't even do it for you. That's why I be trying to watch, like, control myself and watch what I do for people. I used to just hand out change to people, and sometimes I still will, but give somebody $1. And I don't make it my business to no more. Yeah. Knew he might pass away and decided to give his life saving. Hell no. Hell no. He said he used to give a lot of people money around that time. It wasn't just me. I mean, he could have been suicidal or could have thought he was going to die. You know, but I wasn't the only one that he was giving money to. I was just one of some kind of truck outside. Picked up in the trash like middle of the night. Man, that one look big as a motherfucker. Let me go use it. hate when I be damn drinking water and have to run up in the middle of the night. Yeah. It's messed up that like he had died and now like we can't talk to him. We gotta talk about him. You know? I wish I could have seen him at least one time or something in person. Yeah. I be thinking about 78, but like I was thinking about going to the meet and greet, but you know, I don't wanna ruffle no feathers. Part of me like part of me want to see him in person at least once, you know, before we pass. You know, I think that'd be dope because I've been listening to his content for like 10+ years. You know, but at the same time, it's just like you know too much like bad history. You know, even though we ain't never, none of us ain't really seen each other in real life, but you know, have problems with other people in the LDBC. And then I'm just like, you know, he might be cool, but then what? Somebody else might be there and be like, you know, this motherfucker, fuck this dude. Finna beat this, we finna jump him. You know, that's saying if I was like trying to see 78, somebody else was there that I was like antagonizing. So, but I wouldn't do it because I mean Milwaukee, where he gonna have a meet and greet, is right around the corner. It's just directly right on the other side of the Lake Michigan for me, but it would be like only $30, $40 bus ticket for me to go. But I think I'm gonna just pass on that. But it would have been nice to see to go down there and visit KLD sometime. But he was always so secretive about his life, anyways. Though then sometimes he'd say like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy this big house, you know, for 900,000 or some stuff like that." He'd say, you know, like they selling a McDonald's on the TV, like, cause I be leaving my TV on all the time, and I just leave it on that little screen, like the sleep screen, the little purple. And now they got advertisement coming on there. That burger look good. Damn, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, man. Sun gonna be coming up. Yeah, house with a pool. I thought you was gone. Mm, you the only one up in here. I guess it's been like that for a while. Damn. Did I block everybody else or what? Or it was nobody else up in this motherfucker in the beginning. But we got to talking about KOD for the last hour. Yeah. Yeah, that's messed up, man. Yeah, you gotta crawl before you walk. It's messed up like you could just drop dead like that, man. Man, that's scary. People be trying to start conversations with me in public, man. I'd be scared one of these people gonna try to kill me or something. don't know. I don't know. Like people might be trying to buy weed or sell drugs. I don't know what the fuck people missions is out here, but people need to stop trying to talk to me in public. I'm trying not to drop dead from that. Somebody pulling a gun out of me, you know? You figure I got some money or something. Because life is cruel. Let alone like my own health problems. I gotta protect myself away from like all of the snakes. They'll get you too. And that being distracted with like having to worry about like other people, keep other people off of you, that like make it real easy for you to forget about your health. You too busy trying to keep everybody off of you. So like, damn, you want a break when you ain't gotta worry about nobody. You ain't trying to worry yourself to death. They keep showing that burger on that screen over and over. Under $3, McDouble. McDonald's $2.50. McDouble on Roku. It might be my personalized ass that they showing. This ninja out here dumping the damn trash with his flashing his light. What if I was up in here tweaked out? You think he would know? Appreciate it. I'll never close my blinds. I don't be wanting nobody to think I'm doing nothing in here that I'm not doing. All these white people around me. If I close them blinds for one night, motherfuckers gonna get suspicious. It's just the way it is. We ain't equals. They can have their blinds closed though. Nobody won't have question shit. Bet you motherfuckers think I'm up in here doing something. Police fuck around and be up in this bitch. I mean, it sucks, but that's just what it is. But yeah, it's flashing because it's dumping trash. But yeah, you get so distracted, but like, keep people off of you, keeping the police off of you, trying not to go to jail. You fucking forget about your own health. And they want to keep putting that McDouble up in my face. They gotta stop this. Then I'm gonna get to thinking about what I can eat up in there. We ain't talking about nothing no more. I guess it's about time for me to get up off of here. I guess. I ain't doing nothing else though. I really ain't that tired. I went to sleep as soon as I came home. Well, not too long after that, like an hour or something. Smoking. Went to sleep. Be trying not to smoke weed when I'm away from the house now. Like, I be fucking like fucked up for a long time. I get to staring off into space. You can tell. Like, you could look at me and immediately tell that I've been smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? because I be in like a trance, you know? Like my reaction time is way slower, like slower. So if I'm gonna smoke, that means that I'm not about to like go nowhere for like 2 or 3 hours. You know, shit. It was like at my mom's house, I could smoke because I knew that like I wasn't gonna be leaving for like some hours. She was barbecuing, smoking loud or mid. It ain't really loud. It's some good mid. But this right here, I got some like flour this time. You know the mother ounces I was buying, that shit was like a shake already. But this is like actual buds. Like, it looked real good in the jar. Well, it ain't look like the best, but it's better than looking at all that dust. It's a step up for sure. But I wouldn't say it's loud though. But I'm just smoking like the little crumbs from it. You know, like you got an ounce, you might have like five, seven, 5, 7 grams of shake. At least 5. Sometimes, 3 to 5 grams of like real bad shake. That's better than shit having a whole ounce of shake. I don't know what shatter is or rosin. I don't know what none of that is. Just laying up here pillow talking with Kulo after arguing with him and shit. Now he's the only. Now he's my best friend and shit. What the hell? You the only one up this time of night. Are you on any drugs, alcohol, medication? What's going on? What's the dealio? Oh damn! Did the Wi-Fi ever come back on? We've been on. Oh, shit. Why did my Wi-Fi thing just switch off and I woke the phone up? But before I woke the phone up, it didn't do nothing. We've been on hotspot this whole time, sleeping the day. Yeah, my shit varies, I guess, depending on when I get drunk. But nah, I'll be up all day. I mean, shit, I just went to sleep with it, like 9 or something. But even if you sleep from like 9 to 3, that's still like 6 hours, man. You know? Damn, that's a lot. It is a lot. A lot. Mhm. How the hell you gonna sleep shit later than that? Even if you sleep from 9 to 5, like, damn, that should definitely be enough. You sleep through boxing events. No, that's just because I started drinking like early. I think I done burned my Fire Stick out. That's what the dude's telling me. If I get a VPN, I still gotta get a new Fire Stick because that one's already like banned from trying to watch fights on it. Man, so now I gotta buy them again or buy another Fire Stick. But no, I don't sleep through boxing matches. Just that one. It was just a bunch of Mexicans fighting. You know, it wasn't like. I mean, if it was a bunch of like black people fighting, like Devin Haney fighting on one, he fighting somebody, and then like Shakur Stevenson, he fighting somebody else, or Tank, he fighting somebody else, Keyshawn, he fighting somebody, or Gary Russell Jr., he fighting somebody. See what I'm saying? Jamel Charlo, he fighting somebody. Then that'll be different. But then I would definitely be up the whole time, and I would make sure I don't drink no alcohol, like until like probably the main event or the co-main event. But then I know I'll be able to like survive for the rest of the fight, you know. But they had like 100 Mexicans on that card, man. And I don't really know all of these Mexicans, like, they good fights or nothing. Or Munguia, but I just don't care. Like, they might be competitive matches for boxing, but like for me, like, I only know one guy in each, I only know one horse in each race. So, like, yeah, I know Munguia, but I don't know this other guy. And then the other fight, like, I know this guy, but I don't know the other guy. So, like, I didn't really ask for these fights. Just like, fuck it. Just bring on David Benavidez. But for the Mexicans, it was probably like crazy. Cinco de Mayo weekend, Las Vegas, all Mexican card. Man, it was probably like a lot of Mexican rivalries and arguments and debates amongst the fans about who was gonna win what. They probably was loving it. Just like I would be loving it if they was all black. Yeah, see? So it worked both ways. Like all them fights I named. Man. Put all them on the card, all these black people. Shit. I wouldn't miss a single minute of it. They need to do that. I basically gave the Mexicans my money. Black man helping the Mexicans get rich. Hopefully they help us get rich. And we gotta fight. They do when you be fighting Mexicans though. For sure. They do. They be buying them fights. Even if the Mexican can't win, he might not be good enough, but they still was buying them when like Floyd fought him. Man. Yeah, we all getting old and washed up, man. Keith Thurman, he washed up. I mean, Earl Spence, he might be washed up. I don't know. I hope Earl Spence don't come back and like just get destroyed again. That'd be hard to watch. It was hard watching them get beat up like that the first time. But if you get done like that against Tim Tszyu, because that's the type of fighter that Tim Tszyu is, either he's going to beat you up bad or he's going to lose. It's not going to be none of that, like, keeping him on the outside and trying to, take the least amount of damage as possible. Take no damage while you just tagging him. Like, he finna really be coming at Errol Spence. And he already been at that weight for like far longer. That's not the type of fighter he should have fought. But I don't know who he could have fought. Fundora? Man. Could he even beat Boots now? Like, he done got older and he had 3 years off. Boots probably like 29 still, 30 or something. I always feel like Spence was better than Boots, but he might be able to age him out now. 36 years old, 30, fighting a 30-year-old, 29 or something. 3 years off. After taking a devastating loss. Boots probably take him now, huh? Yeah. That'd be crazy. How would that look? Spence going from getting destroyed by Terrence Crawford instead of fighting Tim Tszyu, and then he fight Boots and get destroyed by Boots. Worse. Oh, Lord. That would look horrible for the big fish. It looked horrible like that, losing against like another black. That's probably why they don't be want to fight each other. They rather lose against Mexicans or whatever. Like, you let another black man do you like that? That hurt bad. That's worse than getting beat up by a Mexican. I wonder if the Mexicans feel like that. Like, they can lose against a black dude, but losing to another Mexican be like, oh, hell no. Let one of your own do you like that? It'd look a lot worse. For sure. Mm. Yeah. Because that Errol Spence. But then again, look how bad that Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight looked. The second fight, it was white on black crime. What about that? That wasn't your own race. But that looked horrible. Jesus Christ. Would it have looked better if it was a black man that did it to him? Or worse? Yeah, it would have looked worse. It wouldn't be no coming back from that. Man, had another black fighter did Deontay Wilder like that, like Tyson Fury did him in that second fight, regardless of the circumstances, that would look so bad. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, you know you're killing me. Mm. OG murder. Got some barbecue in the refrigerator, a little bit left. We got like 2 pieces of chicken and like a brat. I ate like the 2 little ribs and something else she gave me. I asked for some meat to go. And egg on top of the plate I ate. So I don't have to wake up hungry or go to sleep sick. Yeah. I don't feel like going in there and getting it though. But I'm gonna have to go pee anyway in a minute. My arm keep popping because I broke it. Like I don't know. I guess that's part of the healing process. You know, I'm moving to pop. Mm. Yeah, man. I better turn this phone off before I turn on. We'll be watching this like Antarctica stuff on TV. I mean on YouTube or like ice wall, Antarctica, maybe even some aliens, some UFO stuff. And I break my arm probably like a month ago. I didn't really find out until I broke it until like the 23rd, but it had already been broke since like the first week of April. You know, yeah, I had my damn scooter threw me over the front of it. The shock had broke on the front, but I wasn't really going fast. I was just going over a bump, and the shock just finally had broke, and I just went flying teeth first to the cement. I chipped one of my front teeth on the cement. It's like rough in my mouth to this day. It ain't that bad. You can't barely see it, but I can feel it. And but like, and I was trying to break my fall too. So I put my arms out and like broke like, you know. Oh yeah, I knew it right away. I knew I had broke my arm. I just didn't go to the hospital and get a diagnosis. It's broken, bro. I got pictures of my broken arm, like from the doctor. It's confirmed broken, bro. that's what my mom was saying. It's sprained. No, it's broke. Like, my forearm. Why? What you think? Like, I'm supposed to be like screaming in pain or something, crying? And if since I'm not like bitching and moaning, that it can't be broke. I remember when I broke my thumb and like I felt like it was broke, but I didn't go to the hospital right away. No, well, I didn't know for a fact. I mean, I knew that I broke my arm. I knew there was something wrong with it. I could feel it, but I'm saying the doctor didn't like diagnose me with a broken arm until you know a week or two after, because I hadn't went to the hospital. That's what I'm saying. But the way it felt, I figured it was broke. You know. But once you go to the doctor, then you know for a fact. Once they do an X-ray on your ass, you don't know shit until you do the X-ray. I mean, you just think like I thought that my arm was broken until I got an X-ray, and then they proved to me that my arm was broken. We're being technical. Nah, this cheap ass. They really could have put a cast on there, but then I wouldn't have been able to ride like my scooter. They just gave me a cheap ass sling. That sling is garbage. Like some shit you'll wear like around the hospital, but it's a real cheap sling. Some bullshit. I couldn't believe they did me like that. For me, I got a CT CAT stand or some sort. Why that moon is moving like real fast? Is that some kind of drone spying on me or what? The fuck is that light like moving around? What the fuck is going on out here? What the fuck? Like 1 minute I see the moon and the next minute I don't, and now it's like moving back like behind the cloud. Like what the fuck? What are y'all weird ass niggas got a drone or some shit? I mean, because the moon can't be moving that fucking fast, like in and out of the damn clouds like that. What the fuck? That's exactly what it looked like, though. The wind is blowing, but damn, that shit is noticeable. Like, what the fuck? I don't be paying attention to shit like that, but it just caught my attention because, like, the moon is just, like, moving in and out of sight. Like, what the hell? Y'all niggas doing some weird shit, but always watching. See what I'm up to or what? Right. Oh. Why? Why don't like random people be coming to this live? Like YouTube said that they was gonna put a limit on how many people will be able to come into my live stream until I have so many subscribers. Till you have 1,000. So even if you can go live with 50, they're not gonna make it available to more people unless like you have 1,000. But there's like trying to say just because somebody have 1,000 subscribers that it's quality content. Or brats or something. A brat, whatever that is. It was barbecue, but I ate it cold. I'm glad I did because I could eat it fast. And I got a couple small pieces of chicken barbecue chicken in there too. From the barbecue. Got my little steak meat, whatever I burnt the other day. I can eat that too in the morning. At least I won't have to leave the house. I got everything I need. Got blacks. Everything. Be having to go get food though. I be, or alcohol. But I ain't gonna drink. I'm trying not to. Tomorrow. I don't want to be outside every day either. It be just too many people like motherfuckers on the sidewalk trying to talk to me, man. That shit don't feel safe. I don't know what motherfuckers' missions be. I don't know you. What you trying to talk to me for? And what you trying to talk to me about? Like, we don't know each other. What the fuck do we got to say to each other? People on the sidewalk looking broke trying to talk to me. Black. I don't want to talk to no black strangers on no sidewalk about nothing. If you white, then maybe. If you black, absolutely not. We ain't got nothing to talk about ever. Not even for a second. I don't care. They be talking to me. Stop talking to me. That's racist, so fucking be it. You motherfuckers, these motherfuckers is dangerous. They up to no good. Probably making trouble in my neighborhood. Don't be looking black and broke trying to fucking engage me in any kind of conversation when you see me in public. Charles Bronson. I don't know who that is. Charles Bronson. Let's see. I just looked him up. The most dangerous prisoner in the world. Yeah, you is old bringing up some shit like this. 50 years later, why Charles Bronson is still not released. Got a weird ass mustache. Damn. He must have killed some people. Steal justice. Yeah. On YouTube, he's aiming a gun at somebody. The Fame case, Charles Bronson. I didn't know that was a real person. But we'll see. I guess it's about time for me to find something, some other kind of entertainment, so I can fade off to sleep. Let me see what China found in the deepest place of the earth. I'll be going to sleep to stuff like that. All right. Good night. Thanks for hanging out.